there's my alarm. Okay.
Oh,
I have to set my alarm every day or forget. Okay.
I was like, is that my alarm? I'm like, I swear I put my phone on mute. And we're live.
And we are live, yes.
We are. So, oh, look, we've already got 4 people.
Well,
That's
good morning.
Good.
Yeah, we've got comments coming in.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Samantha. Oh, bonjour. Okay, so we're doing French today, too.
Bonjour. Isn't that a bit fancy?
Yeah, you know how challenged we are.
Yeah. We won't tell too many people how challenged we are when it comes to another language.
No, and the Spanish isn't doing well. My color's a little off this morning, too. Hold on. I look a little yellow. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Oh, look, we've got a like. So we've got...
And Roberta's here. Hi, Roberta.
Now
and Elena.
Hello.
Anita from Queensland.
Hello.
And Claire from the UK.
You're getting in before I can click. Cindy, stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're the clicker.
No.
You're the clicker. I'm just reading.
I know. I'm like, where are you seeing all this? You're freaking me out, Cindy.
I'm sorry.
Oh, gosh. Hi, Arena.
I'm going to click myself over just one more minute. Hold on just a second.
Okay. Hi, Sylvia. Buenos dias. I hope I said that right. Sarah. Laura, hello. So hi, everyone. I am here. We're live on this Friday morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We've got so many people popping in to say hello. And we've got the gorgeous Cindy in the house tonight or today. Cindy.
I'm playing with my camera. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm just getting through, clicking.
Oh, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. I'm going to see Sandra next week at the Scrapbook Expo in Orlando.
Is that next week, is it?
Yeah. I'm going to be loading up. Patty's here.
Hi, Agneska. Hi, Catherine. We've got Patty. Oh, am I? Sorry. Hi, Tracy. So many people. Susie, hello. Oh, it's rainy in Canada. We had some rain last week, but it was sunshine, lollipop again.
I know that rain. I have to kind of worry because to load the truck, I have to drive it around the yard. And if it's too wet, then I can't. It's like, oh, my God. Yeah. So pray for sun. Oh, Rose is here. Hi, Rose.
Hey, Rose. So Rose is meant to be at a concert right now.
Oh.
Well, it must be a very good concert. Look, if I haven't popped your comment up, I apologize. I'm getting there through the comments because they're coming in very fast.
Oh, and I love that. And we've had training now too, so we have no technical difficulties, right?
Yeah, no, we've already been there, done that. Hi, Kathy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't keep up. Okay.
Letty's here and Mitch is here. We got a lot of Australians staying up late for you.
Great.
Well,
it's 9 p.m. here.
And it's
on
cold.
The East Coast, it will be 11 p.m.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So I think we will get started.
Okay. Well, I'm doing you saw the picture, but I've actually done this little photo box twice. The first time I did it, I did it with Klimt.
Oh.
Yeah, and I liked it so much. I thought, well, I'll do it again. But it's really clever. I'm not going to tell you I made this up because I didn't, but I saw something like it. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, but anyways, there we go, and it folds open.
Holy moly.
All these little pages. I just thought it was clever construction.
Crazy.
And then the one I'm going to do today is going to be Sleeping Beauty. It's a little easier to see with the white paper too, but it's the same thing. And but you can see, you can put 18 photos. There's like 18 little pages, and it's just fun, and it's easy. You know how much I like that.
That's so cool.
Okay, so if you want, I'll switch my camera.
Yeah. Do you need me to take you out, or do you just do you just press buttons and pow, it's done?
I am good to go.
Oh my goodness. What's the point of
That's
me
the
even
two
being here?
webcams, two webcams.
I
Which,
have to get another webcam because that was fancy. Loved it.
so I'll show you. Then this, I didn't finish the top on it. I'm really bad about that, but this is what we're going to do. And your base is just a 12 by 18 sheet of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worth getting the one size because it's a simple cut, but you can see how it just lays flat. And then here's your waterfalls.
Wow. I really love how when it's closed, it's still a full image.
Yeah.
No, sorry. So when you lay it flat, it's still, it has the full image. Like that's really, really smart.
You know, I saw somewhere a waterfall, and I thought, geez, that'd be great. You know, just with the whole picture. And I
Mm-hmm.
think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Agnieszka did something where she just did a panorama photo
Yeah.
on one of her constructions. But anyways, okay, here we go.
All right. I'm going to put you in the big screen.
All righty. Now I've done this in pencil because I have a thing about permanent. But anyways, here's my 12 by 18. And the reason I did this is because the 12 inches, it's a 4-inch cube all over. So you do a 4, 4, and 4. And just draw your line straight down. And then you turn your paper and you do 4, 4, and 4. Now for this top part, this is going to be your lid. So you're going to add an extra 1/2 inch lip because that will be this part that comes down, this little part. So you've got a 4 and then a 1/2 inch all the way around for your lid. So once you have that done, let me move this aside here. And I just started to cut it. The other thing I did too is when you put papers on the inside of your lid, you have to watch for the thickness of your paper to make sure that this is a real tight close. So what I did is just added a 1/16 of an inch to the lid part just to ease it in.
Mm-hmm.
But this is real basic. So what you do, and I've already started cutting because you're going to cut this part here and this part here.
Can I ask, Cindy, how thick is the cardstock that you're using?
It's 100 pound. I used 100-pound cardstock.
Okay.
It's not like it's not terribly heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what it is GSM, but we go by 100 pound. It's 100-pound cardstock. And you can actually use lighter because once you start adding papers to the front and the back, you know, it'll thicken it up.
Yeah.
So let me finish my cuts real quick. And
Sure.
I didn't draw it ahead, and I did make a few cuts.
Well, we've got heaps of people in tonight, or today. I've got to stop saying tonight, even though it's nighttime here. I should just say
That's all
today.
right.
We've got heaps of lovely Stamperia fans that have come in. So hello, welcome. Happy Friday. Which
And
is
I
always...
see Patricia here too. She just
What was
in.
that? Sorry?
Patricia Chunga just came in.
Yes, I've just popped her up. Say hello. So thank you everyone for coming in
Okay.
and watching Cindy create her pop-out box.
Okay, now you can see that I'm not, just this bottom section gets cut out here. And then we're going to come up to the lid, which I've already come up the sides. And then we're just going to finish it off. And I'll try not to get my head in the way. I have a tendency to lean forward to cut. You know how that goes. Come on. I have old eyes.
I normally headbutt my camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we've got it. That's the done and done. So the next thing I'm going to do, and this is the part that drives me crazy when you're doing scoring. Hold on one second. Move to the big one. And I know a lot of people just score on a soft surface, but I don't chance it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, so being mixed media, I don't tend to use paper like scoring anything. And I went on a cruise a few
Oh,
years ago. And so I was teaching and another lady was teaching. Anyway, she had us scoring for an album. And I was like, scoring, please. I went and bought a scoreboard because I sat there and scored everyone's stuff. There is something
oh,
satisfying about scoring on one of those boards. I don't know what it is,
I'll
but
tell
it's
you.
perfect.
Yeah, it's good as long as you have a good scoreboard. If it's off at all, it just makes me nuts.
Oh, Leanne, thank you. So, Cindy, you're using 150 GSM
Is
cardstock.
100 okay?
Yep. So Leanne's just let us know. Thank you.
And here it's that extra 16th. And it's really not a big old deal. I just noticed that if you give it just a little bit touch more, the top just fits better. Like I say, if you don't do it, don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the thing I like when you do it in fours, it's all even numbers. That's yippee skippy to me. I don't have to measure too much.
Oh, when you start doing weird measurements, that's me gone.
Yeah, the 3/8. Well, we are going to get into a few of those, but that's okay. There's always an if and or but.
Yeah.
Do that. And I did do the prep work on this. I cut some of the papers already, so you don't have to watch me cut.
Oh, I don't. Come on, Cindy. I don't mind fussy cutting.
Well, no, yeah. So this is beyond that. It's cutting squares. So yeah.
I don't mind.
Oh, you're bad for me today. I can. We're already.
I'm sorry. Okay. Shh, I won't say a word.
Too much fun. Too much fun.
We're here to have fun, and it's Friday.
Yeah, I do like. I've said before. I still pretend that I have weekends. You know, like
I know. What's a weekend? What is that?
Yeah. Well, you know, like when I have a tendency to just like 24/7. You know, if I feel like doing something, then it's like work. And I said, no, man, I need a day, just a day.
Well, you don't sleep much as it is though, Cindy.
No, that's true.
So Cindy will message me and it'll be like 4 a.m. for her because it's roughly like it'll be late afternoon for me. And I'm like, why are you not sleeping? She's like, I've got too much things to do.
Well, that and all my friends are awake. I mean, really.
Oh my goodness.
I can adjust, you know, just because I'm in a different time zone.
You should be over here. You'd work better here in Australia. So Priscilla's just said, can't wait for Farrel to be bad in Dallas. Have I got a new reputation?
Oh, listen, it's going to be so great.
Look, Dallas is going to be an absolute blast. So you don't want to miss out. Priscilla, I will try my best to be on my best behavior.
No, that's not.
I can't promise anything. I cannot promise anything.
Okay. Now, whipping right along.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we've got our base, okay, we'll just lay this out so you can see where we're heading. And you're going to see how much fun this is. All right, what I did is for all these pieces here, I've already pre-cut. So, and these, what I did is just left a little margin. So it comes to like 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. So you just have a little tiny reveal.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lay it out this way, then it's really easy. So I've got this one here with the carriage. And this one you can just use little pieces of paper, anything that you like as a background. This is a good way to use up pieces. I used an 8x8 paper pad because these little pieces are perfect. They fit right in. They are exact.
They're perfect, really.
Yeah, aren't they though? See, for the 4x4 look, and you get all you have to do is trim it down and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. And it is a great idea to use your scraps because, and I'd love to see if any of the viewers do the same. So my husband calls me a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder, I'm a collector. There's a difference.
Yes.
So I will collect my scraps thinking I'll use that for something someday. So I would love for the ladies here today, are you a collector, or do you, once you're done with a project and you've got scraps, you just put them in the bin or in the trash? I want to see how many of us are collectors.
Okay. And I'm erasing my little cheat lines too to tell me where to score so they don't show. All right, neat and tidy. Okay. So this section is going to be finished. Now, I didn't put any here because that's where my waterfall is going to go.
Yep.
So onwards and upwards. Now there's two, and of course this is the craft glue.
Do you know, I love the craft glue. I know everyone likes the, don't get me wrong, love the extra forte glue. But the craft glue, I think is underrated. I love it.
Yeah, and the other one that you don't see used too much that's really good is this collagen. This stuff is great because it's clear. And then, like, if you get a little smudgy, you can take a damp cloth right away and it comes right up.
Stop it.
No, it's good stuff. Here, I'll even see.
Yeah, I think does that come in a pot?
Yeah, it comes in this with the tip and in a pot. And when you're doing,
I have the pot.
Yeah, when you're doing big stuff, this is great. But see, it's perfectly clear. Boy, that's yellow. My screen is just so darn yellow today. I don't even like that. Something's wrong with my little color adjustment. I don't like that at all. Hold on.
That's okay. I'm holding. So
yeah, can you be with me for just 1 minute?
Yes. You go do what you need to do. Hi, Luciana. So we have a lot of collectors. Yay! So it's not just me. Oh my goodness. Lots and lots of collectors, which is fantastic. Okay, so yes, it does look a little vintagey, but
yeah, I don't know why I did that today.
So it's changed a little bit.
Yeah, it looks different on my screen, which is really weird. Huh.
Oh, Luciana, thank you for coming in to say hi. She's just had a little break in her job, so she's popped in to say hi.
Let me take that off. There. Is that better?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay, life is good. Life is good.
Before you get started, do you mind giving us the code for that collagen, please?
Sure. It is DC06M. Are we close enough?
I've just popped it in the comments for everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. So anyways, I really do like this stuff.
Maybe I should start using mine. I know I've got a pot.
I've gone yellow again. Doggone it. Well, that doesn't make me happy at all.
Well, no, continue. Sorry.
No, this is the first time it's done this. And I'm just...
I had issues with my webcam. So Cindy and I were having a good old chat, and all of a sudden I moved my computer and everything went off. So full panic mode. I had to log in twice to get it fixed.
Yeah, this color looks okay on my screen on my
That's
laptop.
okay. We can still see.
All right.
Everyone knows what Sleeping
Yes,
Beauty
it's quite
like.
vintagey. But see, this is just, quick and easy stuff. And if you pre-cut everything, it goes pretty quick. Now, the other thing, too, is on this, you can't do much decorating on the inside because, you're going to be folding it up. So that's why I just used, these are from that single sheet. I wrote down the number. It's the Well, it'll show up. You know that. It was just the single sheet from the Sleeping Beauty collection.
Yep.
So that way I
Is
didn't
that
have,
what the courage one is as well? Is that another one that you've cut out?
yeah, it was the whole
Yep.
page of nothing but the little circles.
Mm-hmm.
So that worked out well. But you know, if you're really into it, and depending on the collection too, you could put a little dark edge on, you know, with the ink.
Yep.
You wanted to ink the edges. The way I like to do these projects is I'm just going to show you and then let your creativity go. This isn't
Absolutely.
hard and fast, you know. But I've been noticing a lot of, you know, more home decor things, and you know, and Carenza with her
Mm-hmm.
all of her boxes and things she makes. This is fun stuff. I
It is
like
fun.
having, you know, like a thing, because your walls fill up pretty fast, you know.
Yes. So I've been busy. I've been a little quiet on social media because for the last 2 weeks, all I have done is create projects for classes. And I'm starting to realize how fast I'm running out of space.
Yeah.
So I think after this American trip, I'm going to have to cull again to make room for new projects.
Alrighty.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can hear my dog.
No.
He keeps coming in and he's nudging me. He shouldn't even be in my studio.
Oh yeah, we call it the headbutt. I got a cat, and she'll come up and she'll just keep butting up against you until you can't stand it.
Yes, he's right up against me, but he keeps nudging like, oh, see, he just headbutted the table.
Yeah.
But he knows he shouldn't be in here, so he's been trying to be very quiet.
Does he ever just lean his head up against you and then just stop?
Yes.
That's the one that gets me. When the cat does that, she gets her wet nose up against my arm and then just lays there. It's like done.
Oh. Okay, so I have a theory.
Yes.
And I could be wrong, but it kind of seems like a prerequisite to be a crafter, you've got to have a cat.
Well, we've talked about this.
Because I find like a lot of crafters, like they'll have photos of cats, and like you've got some that are like dog people, but the majority of us are cat people.
Yeah, because you don't have to take them out for a walk.
So I can just, okay, now that makes sense.
I like dogs. I have had a dog. I had a 120-pound Malamute and Husky mix. He looked like a wolf. He was a beautiful dog, but that dog had a tendency to want to go out to walk in the rain, the snow, any natural disaster. He wanted to go out. And I just said, no, I can't do that.
Wow.
So I do love dogs. No joke.
Okay.
But it's a convenience.
For me, I like dogs, yes, but they're needy. I don't do needy. Whereas cats, they treat you like a slave. So you've got to, do you know what I mean? So I think I love the motto, treat them mean, keep them keen. And that's what cats do to us. And I think that's why I'm more of a cat person. But we've got a few crafters here. No cat for me. Kathy, maybe a dog. Kathy, you never stay home, so I don't think you should have a pet.
Well, that's the other thing too. It does cut down because, you know, you have to find a sitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least with kids, you can teach them how to use the microwave, you know, and leave them for a day. But
well, actually, even with cats, you just leave enough food out for the weekend, they're fine.
Yeah, more or less.
I've got a Labrador, so if I left food out for him to last him a weekend, he'd eat it all at once and be starving for the rest of the weekend. So
yeah, it would be the first day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, on to the next. Now that we've got our little things here, what I did is I cut 16 of these little squares, and they measure 4.5 by 3 3/4.
Okay.
And then what I did is I did a 1/2 inch score. So you're going to have 16 of these little things here. And then all you have to do, which is super simple, and the reason I'm not putting the pictures on first is you'll see, and I'm going back to the craft glue just so you can see they both work equally as well. Get rid of that off my finger. And then you just start at bottom. And the reason I know this works is I did do a little prototype. Let's see, is that going to be right? Yeah. So I start at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a measurement to make sure it would fit. And then you just work your way up.
So you go from the top to the bottom.
From the bottom to the top.
The bottom to the top.
Yeah. It should fit. Actually, you could go either way. Once you get the measurement, because I started with a 4-inch, and I said, well, okay, so ideally there's your 4 inches here.
Yes, I was looking at it upside down. So yes,
okay.
Yes, yeah. Well, not upside down, back to front. Yeah. I was looking at it. See, this is all brand new to me, Cindy. So you're actually teaching me a lot right now.
Oh, good.
But I really should be looking at the comments rather than watching you. So
okay. No problem. And I like doing it this way too, because see, when you lay the next one over, if it's lined up.
Yes.
You can get your edge lined up.
Very smart.
And I'll tell you, I used your trick too. You taught me something. I was making a mold for the top of this.
Yes.
And I was using the ceramic powder.
Yes.
But you told me that you can dry it with a hair dryer. Yippee skippy. I was doing it this morning.
That's because I don't like waiting. I'm such an impatient scrapbooker or crafter. So if I have to wait more than 10 minutes, I'm done.
Okay,
so
yeah.
You sit there with a hair dryer and the inside will still be a little bit, it'll still be curing, but the outside is dry enough for you to do what you need to do on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You showed me that in Orlando. You were sitting there and I went, oh my God, you can do that?
Yes, sitting there with the hair dryer trying to dry them all.
So see, I was listening.
You were.
I retained that.
Man, that was a busy couple of days.
Yeah, but you were whipping through them just so great. I loved it.
So how many of those little squares do you use all up in that one box, in that one square?
Oh, there's 8. 8 on each side. See, and then you got a little bit of room at the top.
Crafty I am saying, ooh, Cindy, me likey.
Well, it's just look and see, it folds.
That is just the coolest.
So whether you start at the top, you could put a little strip of, decoration here or start way at the top. Either way, it's still going to work because you got see? And then when you put on the next side, then it'll do the same.
Yeah.
Okay. And see how fast this is going?
So fast. So could you use rice paper on that base?
Oh,
and then stick the squares on top?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that's kind of, anything you want to use that's kind of firm, and then you can decorate it. You can decorate with anything you want. As a matter of fact, on the Klimt one, I just used plain paper and then stamped on it.
Ooh.
So, yeah, and you could decorate the bottom of these,
Yeah.
It's got a lot of potential.
So do you do a lot of stamping, Cindy?
No, not as much as I would like to. I mean, I'm fascinated with the whole thing. I really am. But I just don't think about it,
I find, so I love stamping. I'm not big on card making, but I love stamping. So I will use stamps wherever I can. But I speak to a lot of ladies that are like, nope, I don't use stamps at all. And I think, but that's one of my go-tos for a background or to finish off a project type thing. And I think if you're not a card maker, I think.
Well, that's the other thing too, is in the olden days,
The olden days.
when you way
Back
back
when you
when,
had to walk 10 miles to school with no shoes in the snow.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But anyways, stamping, it was risky business because, you'd go ahead, put something together and stamp it, and then the stamp wouldn't be complete. When I got a stamp platform, my life
Yes.
changed.
Yeah.
I love that thing. So
Yes.
yes, I started stamping more.
Mm-hmm.
And then like for the backgrounds, and most of the time it's not really a big deal, because you're doing it for a background. You're not looking for an exact image.
Yep.
Yeah. So now it's just like thinking about it and go, hey, I got a stamp for that. Because there are some good ones. Really pretty.
Love stamps. I actually had to cull my stamps, and it was so hard to figure out which ones I wanted to get rid of because I wanted to keep them all. But I just don't use them as much as what I used to.
Yeah.
Yes. So Mitch has just said, thank heavens for the stamp platforms. I agree.
It was. That was a game changer. I was like,
Yes.
whoa, yes.
And what I also love too is that I could put multiple stamps on.
Yeah.
And stamp it and then re-ink and just remove the ones that were complete, but keep the ones that weren't and just keep stamping till it was completed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the one thing that always bothered me about stamping. It's like, like actually you'd want to stamp your card first, the insert first. And if it didn't turn out, then you haven't ruined the whole card. It's like, get it over with now.
So did you say you're at a expo next weekend?
Yeah, it's a scrapbook expo. And it's I know it says scrapbook, which is like, okay, fine, you're thinking about a crop, which they do have the crop and the mega make and takes. But it's changing a lot. There's card makers, there's mixed media, and I get to meet a lot of people. Tomorrow's coming. Tomorrow's going to come and visit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll have to give her a big cuddle from me.
I will. And Sandra Ramos is coming. She actually offered to help. I said, man, you have no idea.
Oh, she's so lovely, Sandra.
And then Dorada is coming. She just moved in. She moved to her new apartment. She got here Tuesday or Wednesday? Yeah, and moved into her new apartment. So she's coming down.
Gosh, that time's come around very fast.
Yeah. So that's fun. Okay, here we are. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to flip this over.
Okay.
Before I get too carried away. So now we've got that part done. And yeah, I'm glad I'm doing it this way too, because when you start folding things up. All right. Somewhere here is my magnet. Yeah, I want to make sure. Oh, don't tell me I already messed. No, it's on the outside. See, I'm talking. I'm having a good time with you. I'm sorry. I'm not like really stupid.
Gino, I don't think people quite understand. Sometimes it's quite hard to talk and create and explain at the same time. I actually think it just shows how talented we are as
well. I might have goofed up already, so don't worry, we'll fix it. But anyways, this is the part where the magnet goes.
To tell people, Cindy.
Pardon me?
No.
Well, it's fine. You do know I don't get out much, so yeah, this is a big
And two, you get up before the sun rises in the morning.
I'm already tired now.
Oh my goodness. So Crafty I Am. Did Cindy say we can heat clay with a heat tool? Okay. So
no,
the ceramic
Farrel said you can heat ceramic powder.
Okay, so the ceramic powder. When I was in Orlando, I had to do a lot of molds using the ceramic powder. And because I had to keep pumping them out, I used not a heat tool because they were still in the molds and you don't want to melt the mold. So just a hairdryer, and I just kind of dried it until the ceramic powder turned, because when you first pour it, it's a dark gray. when it goes white, you know it's so here's one. Let me just go to a bigger screen just quickly to see how that's white. Okay, that's when you know that it's cured. So what I did was I used a hairdryer and I dried just the top and a little bit underneath, popped them out and put them on a tablecloth, and then just sat there and used the hairdryer so that they were dry enough on the outside that we could paint. So they still had to cure on the inside, but I just, with only a few molds, I didn't have time to sit there for 20 minutes for each mold. So I just used a hairdryer. And luckily the hairdryer wasn't too powerful. It was just enough to dry it, to pop it out and use it. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay. I did a save on this, I think. Okay. Hold on. Yep, that works. Okay. I didn't ruin it.
Oh, good.
Well, it's one of those. You have to just make sure you don't put your paper down before, but I did it to the outside. And it's not mandatory, but it's just nice that when you open it up, it doesn't completely fall open. I love little gadgety. See how nice it is right now? See?
And I think it's really cool that it's small, that like you can pop it, you can have quite a few on a shelf, but it's not until you open it that the surprise happens.
Yeah.
So it's quite clever.
It is fairly compact, really.
Yeah.
And let me see here. One other thing. I'll tell you. Oh, my little head today, I swear to God.
How many coffees have you had this morning, Cindy?
No, I started early. It's not I'm not having the coffee shakes yet.
Do you know I'm having Starbucks withdrawals right now?
Oh, I know.
So my husband's flying to Dallas on Thursday, and I am so jealous.
Yeah.
But I had my time, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and then I'll be there in September. So I shouldn't complain, but
True.
it would be nice to go back.
No, I have just done something a little stupid. Okay. Happens to the best of us. I measured and measured.
So Anna's just asked, where can we find those magnets?
You know, I got them on Amazon. You can't really find them in a store anywhere.
Best shop ever, Amazon.
Yeah, we know Amazon does everything.
Yours is a lot better than ours here in Australia.
That's really, it's funny. But the thing I like is being close to Atlanta. I can order something at, 4 a.m. and it'll be here at 10.
You have got to be kidding. Shut the front door. Are you serious?
I am dead serious. I do it. If I get lucky, because they've got a warehouse.
Oh my! I've got to wait. Like, I'm excited when I get a parcel in 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah. So hearing that, that's just crazy.
I'll be honest with you. This did not come out the way it was supposed to today. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. At least I did it right once. Okay, now on this one, I'm going to try to do it right. Because when you're doing the back side, let me push that up so you can see. You have to remember where it's going to fold.
Okay, let me just pop you on the screen so everyone
can see. So
like
on this one, this is the bottom. And then the opposite side, this is the bottom. So when you lay out your papers, I want to have the border. There we go. Is that making sense? If you want your papers to match or look right side up. And so I'm gonna, and I use that one, the 8x8 that has the lines on it. I really like that because it has the border at the bottom. That one goes there. And then these two go here. And let me make sure. Yeah, that's right. Because when it stands up. Okay, so that's ready to glue.
Beautiful. Maria, so it is 9:39 p.m. here in Perth, Australia.
That's
What
not
time
too
is it
bad.
there, Cindy?
It is 9:40, 9:39. Yep.
So you're 12
AM.
hours. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly 12 hours. Okay.
That's how I can
Um,
find you. I try to keep.
That's what I mean. It'll be like 4:30 p.m. and here's Cindy messaging me. I'm like, what the hell are you doing up? Should be asleep. Sandra, yes, my husband is coming for work, so he's going to be there for 2 weeks. A little bit jealous, but yes, he'll be working.
Okay. And here again too, I like nice and clean and neat. But if you want to rough up the edges or put ink on the edges, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
For today, and I did do the edges on this one, but for today, just to show you the construction, because I think that's the biggest part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And really, you can change the whole look if you use a different color paper. So for a different collection, like with the Klimt, I used the black,
Mm-hmm.
even a craft paper or something like for, with alchemy or something like that, or, any of the steampunk.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do love me a good steampunk.
I know.
I've been surprising people with pretty, just trying to switch it up a little bit, but my little fingers are getting itchy. They need to start doing something with cogs.
And your projects for Dallas are really cool. I love that lantern.
Oh, thank
That's such
you.
a fun one. Well, that's getting back to the home decor thing, and it's something you can use.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought if I do 2 practical projects, so you got the apron hanger, everyone needs somewhere to hang their aprons.
I like
And
that one.
then the lantern. So I used the battery candles to put in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, 2 practical and then 2 just display. But all the ladies have done a great job with their classes.
Oh, there's going to be so much fun there, and such a variety.
Mm.
And what is it, on the 8th or the 6th that we're going to see the new collections?
I've got the 8th in my head, but
I think it's the 8th too, yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
And I am determined to get this finished in an hour.
Oh, AJ, so I am coming back to Orlando, but not to teach in Orlando. I'm teaching on a cruise that's leaving Orlando. That's the weekend after the Stamperia Dallas event. So if you're going to the event and feel like going on a cruise the weekend after, send me a message.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Now for the top,
Mm-hmm.
Nobody uses the clear prints. I really can never figure out what to do with them.
Yep.
So I just cut a square. I'm putting some craft glue on it. Sorry. And I'm also putting a dab of hot glue. So that's going to be for the lid. Just to hold it.
Do you mind pulling that your box down a little?
There we go.
Yes, beautiful.
So, and it matches. I used the one with the same border.
Perfect.
So it's just a little fun with paper. All righty. So we're back to this side. And the magnets are on. Okay. I am just really all thumbs today. I swear to God, maybe it was too much coffee. You have to trust me this time.
How are the squirrels going?
Oh, geez. Well, we got the chipmunks coming in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you love those chipmunks, I know.
Oh my God. Okay, so I was talking to Cindy and I don't even know how we came about it, Cindy, but we were chatting and Cindy goes, I feed the squirrels. And I was like, I thought it was a code for something. Like the whole language, you know, like the Americans say something different to the Aussies. And I was like,
Oh,
what? And then she sent me a photo and I lost it. I was like, oh my God, they are the cutest. Next minute, I get photos of deers and chipmunks and
we
just
got the
these.
hummingbirds now too.
Oh man, I would sit there all day just watching them. They're the cutest, absolute cutest.
Oh, and just to watch them, what they do. I mean, they come in and they're territorial, and you can see the one coming up, and he sneaks up the deck, and his little head pops up, and it's like, okay, is this guy going to beat me up or what? Sure
But they're
enough.
very quick, aren't they? Like when they run
Oh yeah.
and kind of go up the railing, they're so fast, but they're so damn cute. I just want to squeeze them.
I know.
I think
And it started out as entertainment for the cats because I've got like a glass door, you know, a screen door. Yeah. And it was like, okay, they started looking out.
I think he sent me a photo with the cat looking at one of the squirrels. It was like the squirrel was tapping on the window.
He does. Yeah. And when there's no food, they come up to the door and they tap on the door. They go, hey, lady, like we're out of food.
So funny.
Really?
So funny.
And then you wonder why I'm the way I am.
I think it's great. And I showed my mum and she was like, because Cindy sent me some video footage as well. And I was showing my mum, I'm like, look how cute they are. And mum goes to me, aren't Americans scared of squirrels? Because when we watch movies, they're always screaming when there's squirrel. Like, okay, National Lampoon, The Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The best Christmas movie ever. But they're freaking out over squirrel. But they're just the cutest thing.
They're a riot. I gotta tell you, this is not my best work, really.
So what are you doing now, Cindy?
Just putting a border on it, and I cut my borders too big. Really, you have to trust me. You saw the 2 boxes I made, and they're perfect, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, because I cut this, and I think I cut my strips too small, but. When you get around the lid, I promise I'll fix this. But you did see the correct one.
Yes, I did.
And actually, this was just a piece of paper. This is what's so great. Here's another thing. Let me bring this down here. Look at there. Perfect.
Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah, and actually, I should have cut this little blue one. I think I actually did somewhere. Hold on.
Hi, Maddie. I just wanted to pop that in because I can see your comment. So I got to meet Maddie when she came to Crafting with the Nest for a class.
All right. Well, I lost my little blue pieces that I cut. Come on. I had my desk clean this morning. I promise you I did. I was down here and finished. I go, really?
Oh.
I am not a happy girl because I'm just embarrassing myself today.
Oh, no. Please don't. We're having fun.
Well, that's good. Okay.
So that's the main thing.
All right.
AJ, if you go onto my scrapbook on my Facebook page, I don't have the info here to put in for the cruise, but if you jump onto my Facebook, you'll be able to see it there. I'm pretty sure I shared it lately. If not, I'll share it again. But it's through Cruise and Crop. So if you go onto Cruise and Crop and you'll see Scrap with Friends. Oh, so are you coming up with the good bit?
Yes. Okay. Now the waterfall.
Okay, let me put you in the big screen because I really want to see how you do this.
Okay. Yep. What I did is I took the picture, and this is going to be for the second waterfall, and I'll show you how this goes. Okay. What I did is I started at the bottom. Now my width is going to be, I did it to 3 7/8 because this is 4 inches. I did 3 7/8. Then you start at the bottom and you cut a 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. And then for this top piece, it's going to be, let me do a quick measure here. board. So you can gauge your image. I kind of measured it before I did it. It's actually like 10 centimeters, but it is, yeah, it's another 3 7/8. So it should fit perfectly in the square. But I started at the bottom, cutting, because I knew I could cut off extra here. But for the bottom piece, I wanted this little border. And yeah, it takes a little figuring. And truly, my brain doesn't always work that way. I'm left-handed, so a lot of things are backwards. It does take me a while to figure. I used to read books from back to front.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was just really frightening. Yeah, like give me a magazine and I'd
yes, a magazine I'll read back to front. And I don't know what it is, but I start from the back and I work my way to the front.
Okay, yeah, and you just kind of wonder. All right, I'm laying my pieces out down here too.
So Toby just said, this is so fascinating, what you're doing. And I would have to agree.
Well, you just have to think it. It's like a little jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, like you do have to think, don't you?
Okay. And I had them laid out in order, but of course that didn't last. Oh, I'll be so happy when I get this done here. Maybe that's why I don't do too many demos. It's like it's risky business.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's true. Do you think maybe that's why I haven't been crafting?
I don't know. It's there's something.
I might have to check the last video, the last live I did. I created on. So apparently, lefties are so talented.
Well, they're artistic, but that doesn't mean they're not dyslexic.
No, but you're meant to be talented because you're left-handed.
Yeah. Well, Michelangelo was. You look a lot of artists. Yeah.
Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I'm a righty, not a lefty.
Not necessarily. It's just whichever brain. Okay. So then when you glue these down, I leave a little edge because if you run it too close to the edge, it just kind of loses the whole effect. It doesn't matter if there's a little border. If you tried to match it up, then it would actually, I don't know. I like the little border. And then you just put your pieces back down.
That's so cool.
But see, and then it just...
Yeah. And then at the end, you get the full picture. Because I wondered how you did that. And I was like, you'd have to use so many sheets of the same pattern paper. But no, you're only using strips, which makes the full image.
Yeah. And so that it just covers it just enough. And then if you wanted to, like I say, when you open it up, you can have your picture here. Yes. Or you could stamp or do whatever.
Actually, it would make a really good, like you could do journaling or let's say your mum's favorite recipes. You could pop them, like you could use Casa Granada.
Oh, yeah.
And do like a recipe recipe box. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot. You could even make these into put little envelopes or little pockets.
Yes.
Because the way they fold, it lays flat anyways and then flattens out.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to jump on because I realized I have not liked or shared the video yet.
Oh,
I know. Oh, hang on. I've got to put my sound down. So everyone, remember, which way am I? Let's do some hearts. That's what I'm doing right now. Lots of hearts. And we're going to like it. And I'm going to share it.
Okay, I got 6 minutes to finish this. Or not.
You just keep going. We want to see it finished.
That's why they never ask me back, because if I go too long, you know the rule.
See, that's where it is.
Yes. We got
Yeah.
the email and said keep it to an hour, otherwise people fall asleep. We get that.
So
But there we go.
that's where I'm going wrong, see, because I can't do a project under 2 hours.
There we go. And then
Ta-da!
I wish this wasn't so yellow. I just am so mad about this.
No,
The
don't be
picture
mad.
is so crummy.
Everyone is loving what you're doing.
So actually, I mean, in reality, this is like finished. And I'm going to show you real quick on that waterfall technique, just to show you how this works. Because that's like the most confusing thing to me. All right, here's my image. And I start here with my cutter, and I put it at 1/2 inch. Okay. And you cut it, and you set it aside. Then you do 1/2 inch.
Yep.
That is 1/2 inch. Okay. I'm showing off now.
What is it? Measured twice, cut once.
Yeah.
I never ever do that. Just putting it out there.
And if you just keep going. Then you do 1/2.
So, Cindy, while you're cutting, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I just don't want to disrupt your cutting, that's all. How many paper pads did you use for this project? Was it just
one and then that extra sheet?
Okay, so it was an 8x8 paper pad? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And like it helped too, like if you got the little scraps for any of the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6. Seven. Yeah, I didn't want to pre-cut this one because then this is the only part that's like, how do you figure it? Okay, and then we're going to the 3 7/8 for my last piece. So it is going to cut off some of the wing.
Yep.
But still, you still have the image. It's one to play with, and just like you say, measure it twice. Make sure it comes out to what you want it to be.
Yeah, I never do that. So for me to say it, I'm being a hypocrite. I apologize.
But see, then when it's folded, you can see.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So it works every time. But it is, and once you see it this way, it's really easy, is it not?
It just baffles me that it all just folds so easily.
I love these kind of things. I am so mad about this film just being so darn yellow. There's something in the setting, because I've never had this happen to me before. I just bent this.
But the image is still very clear.
Yeah.
So it's fine. So Irina said she often measures twice, thrice, and still gets it wrong.
Oh, I know. It depends what you're thinking about,
Oh, Blanche, yes. So she's got, I love mixed media, not measures. Yes. I think that's why I like mixed media, because there's no mistakes. If you cut it on an angle, it doesn't matter. If you cut it too short, it doesn't matter. It's mixed media.
If you keep these in order, it should come out. But I'll post the measurements too.
That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, because it makes it a lot easier.
So Annette says, so beautiful and amazing.
But it's a cute project. It's like a little gift. You know?
It's the gift that keeps on giving, because every time you open it, something else pops out. I think it's great.
I love these kind of things. I'm getting quiet. I'm gluing, and I don't want to mess this
That's
up.
okay. So Iris has said, Cindy, this is beautiful. I will have to replay this over. Yes, please do. Hello, Hazel. Lynn has said that it is beautiful. Helen, I never measured. So I'm not the only one. I feel a little bit better now because I was thinking maybe it's just me that I just cut and pray to God that it is right. Sandra has said beautiful. So everyone is loving it.
I'll tell you a funny story talking about measuring things. When I first started working a long time ago, I worked for American Greeting Card. That was my very first job.
Really?
And it was a good job, but I eventually moved into the department where I just drew business forms.
Mm-hmm.
And now you want to talk about crazy stuff, because the salesmen used to have these order sheets. They'd go into the store and then write up the order for whichever cards, the store wanted to order.
Yep.
I used to have to draw those forms, and our margin for error, because it was a 6-part form and all the parts had to match, was a 64th of an inch. Because if they printed it and it was wrong, then the carbon between the pages wouldn't come out right, and it wouldn't go in the right spot. So like my whole life was measuring.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was that was kind of an insane little job, but teach about measuring. But yeah, eventually I was a planner. I used to plan the card line. So we'd stack up the cards and we'd yell, okay, put up a little budgie bird and change the sentiment on there. It was really kind of a fun job.
So you'd have to be a perfectionist then.
Oh, yeah, for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Decoration.
Look at that.
It's 10:02. But let's go back to this one.
Yes.
I use the die cuts. This is the one where you can pull out die cuts. And the other thing too I like to use is the chipboards. These are perfect.
I love those because for anyone here that is new to Stamperia, the chipboard is fantastic because they're sticky backed.
Yes.
So you pop them out and they've got the adhesive. So I think they're fantastic.
Yeah, and on this one too, like I say, you can use the die cuts, but if you're going to decorate the box, see, and by leaving that little bit, it opens up a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see how hard this one is? It's kind of in there, and I didn't align the inside of the cover. So if you do that, the thickness is going to keep it held in. That makes sense what I've said?
Absolutely.
Because that was the big flaw on the first one I did. But anyways, it doesn't get any better or easier than this. Do a little happily ever after. And these are just so perfect. Just done and done.
You don't even need glue. It's all sticky. You just whip them out, stick them on, and voila, you're done.
I know. I love these. Okay. Now, the other thing I did here, and I'm not a big fan of like stickers, but these are nice. And if you do that, I went in with a little dark, little gold, and I just brushed it in. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
It's got a little shadow. See how it's got a little more dimension to it?
Yeah.
It does make a difference because then it's not just stuck. So anyway,
so you could also ink the edges with an ink and still stick them on. You
absolutely.
could.
Yeah. All right. Let's move over to this one. Because what I did here is I'm just using decorative chips. Pick anything like for corners. What I used on here is a little Glamour gel, the sparkling white. and it just gives a little, can you see the glimmer? Just
Yes,
picks up
just there, just in the light. Yep.
just a little bit, so you don't have to paint it. And if you didn't want the natural wood, I like the Glamour gel, and that is K3P59B. And then I made one of the molds. This is the one that has the Sleeping Beauty castle on it.
Ooh.
And it just says dreams come true. And I'm just going to put it right there. So now I've seen master mold painters, so I'm just not even going to play pretend. Great I am. Really, have you seen like the ones that are the Casa Granada? Masterpieces, please.
Okay, so I'm not big on painting, but I did use one of the molds from Casa Granada, and I actually found it really therapeutic sitting there with an itty bitty paintbrush and just at my own leisure painting away.
Yeah.
I thought it was great fun.
I like those molds and they're big enough too.
Yes.
I don't mind I don't mind miniature stuff, but those.
When it's too small, it's just one color.
Yeah.
So, what color are you putting on? Is that
this
ivory?
One, yeah, I just did an ivory just based on the background here. It's the milk white, KAL 110.
Thank you.
And this one too. This whole collection is kind of subtle. You don't want anything too bright, and it's just kind of a soft look. And we all know how fast this paint's going to dry. And here's my little baby brush. And I'm going to use a little bit of the pink. It's the powder blush, KAL 44.
Thank you. Actually, that's a really nice color, that one.
Yeah, and I'm not going to paint every rose individually. Like you say, we're just going to get an impression. And I'm not just being lazy about it, but if you try to paint it and then you get down the sides, then it's like, oh, you goofed. Yep. You went out of the lines. You know what that is?
Yes.
And no, I didn't go out of the lines.
That's the main reason why I don't do coloring in with Copic markers.
Oh.
Because I cannot for the life. Look, that whole blending thing still throws me off, but trying to keep it in the lines, I can't do it.
Oh, that's too funny. No, I understand completely. And I watch, and then they're using 12 colors. I don't have time for 12 colors. You know what I mean?
I know. When there's a red shirt, I just use red. There's not like 5 different tones of red to go in the shirt. It's just a red shirt. So
yeah,
flat, solid color for me.
Oh, that's too funny. And I'll be honest, my little hand is shaking right now. I don't know why. I swear I laid off the coffee about 3 hours ago.
Maybe you need another coffee.
Something. It'll be noon pretty soon. It'll be Bloody Mary time.
Oh, hello. Do you know I've never actually had a Bloody Mary?
They're quite good, really, especially on an airplane. That's like breakfast.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Little tomato juice, and use the Mr. and Mrs. T. It's got a little snappy twang to it. Oh, yeah, I love that stuff. It makes it worth the whole trip. Okay, so you can see that, no, I'm not going absolutely crazy.
Yep.
Just a touch, and that should be just enough.
That's a gorgeous mold.
I really like this one.
I don't have that one.
Then I'm going to add a little touch of gold. And this is on the fingers.
The best tools in the world are your fingers because you never lose them.
True. And I'm going to just brush it around in. So it's not like.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be just on the letters. I want it to look a little bit shabby, you know. Okay. And then, now you can spend a lot more time on it if you choose, but I don't think it looks bad. I really don't. I rather like it. Okay, this is the part.
Oh, I love a good splatter.
Yeah, just do a little bit of pink. I like the pink.
It is. It's a really pretty pink. I'm not much of a pink person, but I have actually used a fair bit of that color the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it is a good one. It's not like you say, Barbie pink. Let me dry this real quick.
Yes, yes. Just muting you there, Cindy. Oh, the inconvenience of using fingers is unlocking my phone. Yes, I actually had that problem today when I was picking the kids up from school, and I had it all glue, and I don't even know how I got glue on my hands.
Okay, and I'm taking a little piece of, this is my favorite stuff, that bridal tool.
Ooh.
You know, the florist stuff in a big
Yes.
roll.
Is that soft to touch?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it is a soft one.
Yeah, some of it is like really crunchy.
Yes.
Yeah, but this is good and inexpensive. And I like it. And grab my hot glue gun. Give me 1 second here because my
you're right.
Doesn't quite reach. Okay. I am getting to the end. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, something about that just makes me happy. I like that a lot.
It's great when projects make you happy or products make you happy.
Yeah.
Actually, for everyone out there, pop in the one product that makes you happy.
Oh,
I'd love to know. Yeah, well, you know, you grab that one product that it makes you smile every time you grab it because you know what it's going to do.
Well, what's yours?
Okay, so mine would be, it's either the antiquing paste, the vintage antiquing paste.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it'd have to be that or molds, actually. Molds make me very happy.
Oh, yeah. So much to love.
Yes. Well, actually, and I do love metals. Actually, no, I also chipboard makes me very happy. Paint makes me very happy. Do you know what? Any crafting goodies make me happy. I don't even, it's like choosing a favorite child. You can't ask for that. But I think it's great because the ladies here, Priscilla's got glamour paste. Yes. Chantel's got primer. Agneska, just one. I can't choose just one. Yes.
Oh.
So Cindy, what would be yours?
Oh.
Yeah, I put you on the spot now, haven't I?
No, because, you know, I'm like you. I like so much. But I think the bottom line is I love a brand new paper pad.
Oh, do you smell it?
Just the possibilities and the smell.
Yes, I smell.
You know, it's just like opening it up. It's like, oh.
Yeah. I think so, you know, okay. Everything goes digital, right? So I see people reading books like on a Kindle or on their phone. To me, I can't do that because I like to feel the pages. I like the smell of the pages and I like flicking the pages. Does that make sense?
It's a feel. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think too, like when we get our paper pads, it's that feeling, it's the smelling, it's the ooh, when you flip the page. I don't know. There's just
I'll tell you where it comes from too is, do you remember the first day of school when you had the brand new notebooks?
yes.
Is that it or not?
No.
It's like the first
Oh,
day
well,
of school, and it's like everything's fresh. Your pencils are sharpened.
yes.
Yeah.
I am a sucker for stationery. So
Yeah.
if you take me to a stationery store, I could spend hours in there. I don't have to buy anything, but I touch everything.
Yeah.
I'm like one of those annoying children, when you tell your kids don't touch anything. I'm one of those at 38. My husband's always telling me to stop touching things. But yes.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful. And with the flowers.
Yeah, and you could just keep going and a little bit of fluff.
A little bit of fluff. I love it.
You could put a little, another little ribbon up in here, but don't, it doesn't have to be like busy.
No, I think it's gorgeous.
I am kind of a minimalist, but anyways. Yeah, I think I'll put a little more gold on there when I'm done, but what do y'all think?
Ta-da!
Can you do this? Sure.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she loves the books too. Yeah, there's something about that. Yeah, the whole paper thing. There's something really nice about it.
There is.
Well, it's 10:16. I'm gonna get shot. Okay.
Do you want to pop up so we can see your gorgeous face?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My yellow face. It looks fine on my laptop. I don't know where we went here.
Well, actually, looking at you now, you're not as yellow as what you were when we first started. So maybe it's a light thing. Maybe.
I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll do better next time. There's always a next time, right? Yippee skippy.
Well.
But anyways.
It's beautiful, Cindy. And I'm okay. So I'm going to go through all the comments, and they're coming in thick and fast. So I'm going to try. There's something going on with my mouse at the moment. It just does not want to play the game. But we've got beautiful.
And just to finish, the other thing too is, you're going to be flipping it open and laying it back. So you can't really go too crazy on it. You could, but every time you flip it over, you're going to have a little lip. But this is such a...
Cindy, look at this.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. Oh, that's just made my day. That was awesome.
Well, I'll tell you, if you were looking for something serious, you came to the wrong place today, because it's so much fun. Everyone loves it. This is our first time.
It is our first time. Isn't that crazy that it's been?
I know. Well, thanks to everybody.
But I'm always up for a first. Actually, I've been doing a lot of firsts, having a lot of lives with different people, but I was so excited when I was put with you.
Oh, so yeah, me too.
I thought it's going to be great.
Well, I appreciate it. And thanks, everybody, as always, for watching and listening to us. We go on and telling our stories. But
I know. We probably should have talked more about the products, but I mean, we got some products.
We covered them all. We gave them all names. Everything was good.
Just nice to have a bit of a chit chat. So,
and it's Friday, so everybody's got a weekend coming.
Yes.
Have a great weekend and take care.
Have a great weekend. And remember to jump on to the Stamperia Family Reunion Facebook page that Cindy has set up. There's still time to book in.
Oh, yes.
To book in to come see us. We would love to see all your gorgeous faces. And with that, have a great weekend, everyone. Cindy, thank you so much. And
I'll talk again.
Yes.
Soon.
Goodbye, everyone.